Well, as you can imagine, many businesses are buckling under the lockdown pressure already, with several deciding to close their doors for good. Let's bring in our next guest now to talk about whether SMMEs should just close shop or seek other alternatives. I'm joined by Tami Moatse. She's Head of Mergers and Acquisitions at Servest. Tami, good evening to you. Thank you so much for being with us. So many businesses relooking the way in which they do their core business. How do SMMEs, who often are working with very little resources, begin to rework their structure?
Thank you for having me, and good evening to your listeners. The important thing to start with is to assess as a business if you are essential at this time and if you are not. If you are an essential business, you have to assess if you've got the capacity to take advantage of the demand that is currently existing. That capacity would be in terms of people, in terms of processes, and also in terms of working capital requirements. If you don't have working capital, there's an opportunity for you to tap into the funding that is being made by the private sector and government. If you are non-essential, there's an opportunity for you to check or to assess if you can innovate and re-engineer your business such that you take the opportunities that are coming off as spin-offs from the COVID-19 and see how you can re-engineer your business to take advantage of them and beyond.
And one of the funding options available now is actually a loan scheme that the government has announced. 200 million rand it is that's been set aside to help small businesses pay salaries and other essential debt at this point that will keep them going. When you look at that, what's going to be crucial, though, is removing the red tape and some of the other communications issues that we've seen between government and small business. Do you think that's happening to a large enough extent at this point?
From the reports we've had from the President, especially around the UIF and the National Disaster Fund, there seems to be speed that has been put into how the applications are processed in terms of ensuring that turnaround times are short and fast. If you look at how much the IDC has dispersed to date, for example, there seems to be much effort that business is putting to ensuring that SMMEs are being assisted quickly.
The worry remains about the survival rate for most businesses. When you take a look back and you read the various forecasts, both globally and locally, what do you think are the chances for SMMEs in South Africa post the coronavirus pandemic?
It is a difficult environment, Temegile, and SMMEs have options to adapt to the new normal, which we are all experiencing, and they have an opportunity at this time to take advantage of what government is offering. And as the largest procurer, for example, they have put out tenders where they are focusing on SMMEs and ensuring that they are providing the medical supplies needed in terms of PPE and the non-food critical items. So one should be focused on taking advantage of these opportunities. Also in logistics, there are opportunities for SMMEs. The hard-hit areas like your tourism, for example, there are funds that have been made available to ensure their sustainability. And as the economy recovers at this point, or as it reopens, they must keep their minds open and look at the current opportunities and opportunities that come as we reopen our economy.
On opportunity, then, I would imagine that with opportunity will be an increased need for collaboration in those opportunities. Would you encourage SMMEs to collaborate among themselves, or is big business going to have to come to the party here and, beyond just providing loans and that sort of thing, collaborate on a day-to-day business level with the smaller guys?
Yes, I think both will work. Businesses, smaller businesses can collaborate together in terms of merging together to create capacity and to create a scale and improve their efficiencies. Also, they can partner with big firms to leverage those firms' balance sheets and also to improve their market share, like the slice of the pie, and also to ensure that they gain access to service lines which potentially they wouldn't have had if they didn't do those collaborations.
Tami Moatse, Head of Mergers and Acquisitions at Servest, thank you so much for being on ENCA this